Okay. It's good to be here this morning, and I am so very delighted that I'll be making this analysis, trade ideas, insights, and all of that, and everything that is necessary, just to improve and also to excel in this FX trading business. FX Trader KG, as always, that's who I am. And today we'll be looking at just a few, financial assets, GBP USD, which is what I currently have, and I'll be looking into Euro, Australian dollar, okay, and also AUD New Zealand. And if any other one comes after, definitely I'm going to take that opportunity too. But first, let me quickly talk about the GBP US dollar, and this is a buy order. Okay, this is a buy order, not a sell order. And the idea behind it was to find levels, and also to trade the market volume and also the price momentum. So that was where this entry came in from. But one thing for sure is that I have this level 1.29902 psychological level for me. I based on some calculations, I was able to arrive at this, which has helped my forex business a lot. So the point is, when price comes on top of this, if you're looking for a buy opportunity, so whenever you have price on top of this, it's a good reason to buy. Though it happened here, but one could think this is a continuation here, and until price started dropping back again. This was actually my entry, and it only did about almost 2 pips and came back down again for about 14 pips, which we are still good. And if conditionally, if price goes beyond this point, this support level here, if price crosses beneath this, let me draw this horizontal line. If price goes beyond this or below this, definitely I'm going to exit from the trade. Okay, and if it does not, that means I still am going to be waiting for this opportunity to take place and happen. Okay, now see where price is actually taking place from, see where price is actually happening. All this move is actually happening from this has been a move, a bullish move for GBP USD with about 428 pips. Okay, so we've had ups and down, ups and down, ups and down, and ups and down, and ups and down. So here in the bigger picture, in the bigger picture, okay, in the bigger picture, the Great British Pounds has, when it comes to market index or currency index, or the market index, so to say, the Great British Pound has a stronger index than the US dollar. So I would definitely take the advantage of seeing price, of seeing GBP rise against, or whenever GBP, Great British Pounds, rise against the 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 US dollar. All right, so I think that's a clear picture, irrespective of whatever analysis I make. Okay, irrespective of any analysis, any ups and downs, top down analysis, quantitative or algorithmic or whatever it is called, analysis that I make, I tend to be very discreet about the strength of each currency. Okay, that is the index of each currency. So that's where I take advantage from. So if it does goes against me, I would say all well and good for GBP USD. So that's, once again, if price goes beneath this, I am going to exit the trade. I'm not going to set a stop loss because I don't. That is one rule for me, and I'm going to, I think in one of these days, I'm going to explain some of the reasons behind, or some facts behind, why I don't really use stop loss. I just watch my trades once it gets to a certain all right. So once you get to certain levels, certain stages, then best thing I would do is just to exit from the trade manually. All right, so that is that. Another one that I want to also look at is Euro Australian dollar. Okay, but I'm kind of looking at something. This is the first leg. This is another second leg, like some traders that trade the ABC kind of pattern. This is something you would also want to look at. All right, so this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, and then you can look for an entry in this regard, provided this level is not threatened. Okay, this level is not threatened at price. Definitely, if this level is threatened, which means you have to start looking for this pattern newly. All right, okay, so that is it. So let's also look at Euro AUD. All right, so in this regard, let me show you from, it's still the same pattern with GBP USD. So far so good, because this move has been so far about 278 pips. We have ups and downs and ups and downs. There are in 2-3 videos that I've made previously, I actually did analyze the rise of Euro Australian dollar, and I think I've been looking at it so keenly. So in this regard, which means we still are going to be looking for opportunity for price to rise, because if you also look at it from the bigger time frame, you definitely still see that. I think maybe you cannot really be too sure if the fall has ended, but for so far so good, we can just keep taking advantage of this rise that price is actually kind of like wanting to give us. So on a very good day, with what it has done so far, even if it goes above this level, what I would want to do is to wait for price. Okay, I'm gonna draw with this, even if it goes anywhere. Okay, let's just say here, what I'm also going to do is to wait for a pullback. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for a pullback. So once that pullback is done, once I'm able to finalize, once the pullback is identified, then the next thing is to take the trade. Okay, a very short pullback, that is going to be, as an intraday trader, I definitely would want to wait for such move before I can before I can really, okay, now this has confirmed that one has to really exit. I really have to exit from the trade. Okay, So that's it. So GBP, which means in a shorter time frame, that it means that the Great British Pounds is, has a lesser index than the US dollar currently. So which means we are going to sit tight and reanalyze the market for GBP, USD. Okay. So far so good. So another one, like, okay, we were analyzing. I'm just gonna hold on a little bit. So that's for Euro AUD. The same thing I would, also that I might also look at, with GBP Australian dollar too, with Great British Pounds versus the Australian dollar. There are psychological levels to look at. There are levels to look at. There are points that we really need to look at. There are places we really have to keep our eyes on. So in this regard too, for GBP Australian dollar, you can also still see, this is a low, I'm analyzing intraday trading, right? Okay, if the opportunity comes for a swing trading opportunity, I take it, I take every trade methods or every trading time seriously. So this also here, this has formed our ABC pattern. I'm not an ABC pattern trader though, but yeah, if it forms, I always take a very keen look into it. Okay. So if also this level is not threatened, this level here at 1.9271, if this level is not threatened, then we should look for price to rise above any where here, then we take our entry. That's for GBP Australian dollar though. All right, so I still have other ones for those of us that trades okay, I'm just gonna hold on for that. Then I had this also to look at this morning. Okay, now you look at this level here, it's the same. Look at how many times the price tested this resistance level here before it broke and it came back down. And also the same thing has happened here and it's happening here. So I was just like, okay, this could be a very important level to also look at with Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar. So the way it is, I also am going to wait for the same thing to happen, the ABC to happen. Yes, so once it does, I'll take the trade. Okay, that is what it warrants. I don't know why this methods changes like that, but yes, I think I've been able to I tried as much as possible to understand that you don't just stick with just one thing in the market and say this is all that you know. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for price to do some people call it retracement, some call it pullback. Okay, it's the same thing. Price just pull back a little bit and then it now continues in. That is if it wants to continue in the fall or continue with the fall though. Yeah, that's the, it for AUD Australian USD. Okay, that's it for AUD USD. So we'll just keep looking. We are here. And we should not forget something that and that is for the bigger picture, right? If it happens, the major trend for AUD New Zealand is still bullish. Okay, yes. And in the bigger picture, what I do is I try to recognize, levels like this. I mean, yeah, levels like this. I don't joke with them. Okay, so here the bigger picture is still on the upside, but as an intraday trader, nothing stops me from buying in any direction the price is actually focusing. Okay, so I have AUD New Zealand to critically look into. I have GBP Australian dollar to also critically look into. Yeah, and also the possibility for Euro Australian dollar too. Yeah. Euro AUD. Yes, it's actually falling. It's actually falling, but yeah, it's not enough. Okay, the fall is not enough. The fall for Euro AUD is actually not enough. That's what I'm actually waiting for. It may take some time though. I may have ended the live stream before that happens, but if conditionally, if it does happen, I'll take the trade. But if it does not, so I try as much as possible to listen to my instinct, make sure that all things are equal and nothing is opposite. And I still have my GBP USD though. Okay, you see that line was not, has not properly been, crossed. So I'm just like, okay, since it is like this, let me still, hold on to it. If it completely breaks out of it, then that means it's something worth looking into. Okay. One. Okay. All right. The proper break. The proper break. The proper break. Okay, now we can exit from the trade. Yeah, I think it was worth it. Oh, uh, okay. Now look at, it doesn't change anything though. If all parameters are still set, I am going to do what? Find another entry for GBP USD. All right. Okay, that's AUD New Zealand. If there is one thing FX has taught me, that is patience and discipline. Patience to let things work out the way they ought to work out, and be disciplined with my methodology. And never see a bad trade as a bad trade, but as an opportunity for you to look into what happened and why it happened. And also, another impact or another fact is that you are never in control of the market. Okay, you are never in control of the market. That's another great one. The forex market just want to tell you that he's in charge, he's in control. Yeah, sometimes he does that, but it's still very good, you know. For how many days now? I think since the start of the beginning of the month of July, this is the second loss, you know, that I've had. Yeah. I entered the trade, price went down. I exited the trade. At the very point I entered, I placed an entry. It went down. At the very point where I exit from the trade, price started going back up. What's a market? For AUD New Zealand, this is where the fall started from, and this pullback, I'm just gonna wait until it completes. Okay, I'm just gonna wait until it completes, and once it does, I can look for a possible entry. Okay, yeah, I can look for a possible entry to do what? To sell. So if And for USD card, at a point the USD card might have to go reset, okay, before this fall continues. Okay, USD card might need to do a reset before this fall continues, a very small, a very minimal reset before price continues to fall, because yes, it's confirmed a possible sell. I didn't say a compulsory sell, I say it confirmed a possible sell. So, and it actually has been selling a bit, all right, but it needs to confirm, it needs to make a very short U-turn here, a pullback, and then before price continues to fall. So for those of you that trades USD card, please take notes, all right. And GBP USD, wow. Okay, let me take this away and look at this critically. The GBP USD on the bigger platform, in the bigger scenario, in the larger scenario, the fall may have started. Okay, the fall may have started, but all parameters are not really set. So every opportunity to buy or sell I'm open to every opportunity to buy or sell. Okay, Okay, I strongly have my eyes on AUD, New Zealand. Whatever happens, I'll definitely, come up with a live stream, and even if I have other analysis with other, current financial, pairs or assets, I definitely will also come up and, provide my one or two for in a live streaming video. So until the next live streaming video, I'll say thank you, and thank you, very much. We'll see soon. Bye.